Hello everyone and welcome back to FPL Royals. My name is George and today I'm bringing you my Game Week 5 team selection. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I did get a good green arrow last week and that brings me to 683,000 in the world. Now, I've got a green arrow in every single week, so let's continue this trend. So in goal, I've gone with Sanchez, which I'm not too happy about because he's just conceded three against Bayern, and Chelsea historically struggle at Old Trafford. So this should be a very tricky one for Chelsea, and I don't really expect a clean sheet. I could opt for Dubravka against Nottingham Forest, but I feel like Ange Postecoglou being so attacking, he will get Forest playing, and I think they'll score a few goals. Maybe they won't do great, but they'll score goals. And so I don't really want to go to Dubravka. I think I'd rather stick with Sanchez. You never know. Maybe a penalty save. Who knows? Maybe save points. We'll just stick with Sanchez. Um, Pedro Porro against Brighton is a very tricky fixture. Brighton are a good side, and it's never easy to go to the Amex. So yeah, this is not looking great either, but he could have DEFCONs, and Spurs have been solid defensively, so there could be a clean sheet. I don't know, and maybe this is the game week he gets a goal or an assist, so I'm looking forward to that if he does. But we got Daniel Munoz away at West Ham, which has been the best fixture of the season for teams. Every time someone's gone to West Ham, they've battered them. So Chelsea did it, Spurs did it, and Munoz hopefully can do it. And I also heard that Jean-Philippe Mateta is a bit fatigued, and when Nathaniel Klein comes onto the pitch, when Mateta's absent, when there's no striker absent, apparently Munoz goes up top as striker. So I don't know if we're getting Munoz striker. I really don't, but whoa, if we do, this could be scary. This could be a scary game. Uh, we got Gabriel in still for Arsenal. He is playing Man City, but you never know. He could pop up with a set piece goal. Maybe they get a clean sheet, Defcons, etc. I'm happy enough. Don't get too caught up in the fixture. You want those good players, those consistent players. So guys, that's the defense. Moving into the midfield. Now we got Cody Gakpo at home against Everton in the derby. Gakpo hasn't seemed all too threatening recently. His underlying stats are iffy, but I wanted a Liverpool attacker in here for my wildcard last week, so I put him in. And yeah, I think Liverpool should get the win here. They keep getting these last-minute winners, and I don't know how they're doing it. But fair play, I guess. Fair play. Antoine Semenyo, my guy. This is my favourite pick. I think he can score against anyone. Newcastle are an intense team, and this fixture last season was strange. I think the first one was 0-0, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it 1-1 at the Vitality Stadium? But then it wasn't it 3-0 at St. James's? No, that was the Vitality. Oh, I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, guys, I'm getting mixed up. But I remember Clivert scoring a hat-trick against Newcastle, right? Unless that was me just dreaming. Um, but anyways, moving on. Enzo Fernandez, he just played 90 against Bayern. But I think he'll still start. He's key to this Chelsea team. So perhaps he can get DEFCONs again, like he did in his last game. And I'd be happy if he could get a goal. Really, really happy, because he's one of my lower owned picks. And so we got Enzo Fernandez in there. So moving on to Grealish, who did blank. He was the most transferred in player last week, and he's got a difficult fixture against Liverpool away, the Merseyside derby. But the nature of a derby is that anything can really happen. So I'm going to stick with him. He could even get DEFCONs in that game. If you remember the treble-winning season when he was playing for Man City, he did track back a lot and get those defensive contributions there. Obviously, the points didn't exist in FPL back then, but there we go. Grealish could be still quite good in that difficult fixture. Now I've got HAALAND captain against Arsenal away. I think a lot of FPL players would just chuck it on a Gakpo or an Ekitike because the fixture looks better, and it could be better, but I'm going with the guy who looks most threatening in this game, and that's HAALAND. Like, if you watch him, he's just getting chance after chance. Of course, it won't necessarily be like that against Arsenal, but to say nobody will ever score against Arsenal again is ridiculous. There will be goals against Arsenal this season, every now and again. Maybe not as much as other teams, but Haaland could have a chance or two, and I back him to take it. So, I'm captaining him. I'm not overthinking this. Haaland's best player this season so far, most threatening. I'm just captaining him. I don't care what the other fixtures look like. I'm going with the best player. That's it. Ekatike. Isak played midweek. So Ekatike should be in from the start here because Isak surely can't play 2 games in such a short span of time after his large absence, or his long absence I should say. And so Ekatike is in. Very happy with that pick. And to complete the forward line, we've got João Pedro. Now, he did play against Bayern, and he played the previous Premier League game away at Brentford. So, I don't know if he actually has to get rotated here. He might have to, I'm not sure, but you would imagine he at least gets 30 minutes off the bench, especially if we're struggling. But hopefully he starts, and yeah, hopefully he does get another return for us, because he is the most owned player in the game. So, I talked about Dubravka earlier. Solid, safe pick for the goalkeepers. We've also got Van de Ven first on the bench. I'm benching him again. I know that might sound silly after he got 14 points, but you can't be so reactionary in FPL. Brighton away is not easy, and I think there's still more attacking threat in Porro, Munoz, and Gabriel, so I'm not going to go Van de Ven. The following 2 weeks he does have Wolves at home and Leeds away, so he probably will be in for those, and maybe it's a matter of dropping Grealish if he blanks again or if he doesn't look threatening. But we shall see. Goodmanson away at Wolves and King at home against Brentford. I'm very happy with this bench. It looks nice and tidy. Not many funds in it, so it's good. But listen, guys, that is my team going into Game Week 5. Haaland captain. Listen, I wish you all the best of luck in this game week. I hope you get a green arrow like me. And like the video if you did enjoy. Please subscribe for more content. There is more coming soon. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.